Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Di, and today I'm sharing with you my first impressions on the Monochrome Manga Club series reads for the month of September. So, the Monochrome Manga Club is an in-real-life manga club that I host at a local Barnes & Noble, in which we read 2 first-in-a-series reads, and we are currently doing 2 full series reads. So our selections for the month of September were Volume 1 of Disney's Twisted Wonderland, the manga, Books of Heart's Labule. This is original concept by Yana Toboso, storyboards by Wakana Hazuki, and art by Sumire Komono. This one's published by Viz, rated teen. We also read Volume 1 of The Summer Hikaru Died. This is by Moku Mokuren, published by Yen Press, rated teen. We are continuing our series read of Full Metal Alchemist by Hiromu Arakawa. This one's published by Viz, rated teen, with volumes 10, 11, and 12. And we also continued our series read of Persona 4 with volumes 5 and 6. These are by Shuji Sogabe and Atlas, published by Udon Entertainment, and I'd say these are older teen. So because this is a first impressions video, I will not be talking to you about my thoughts on Persona 4 or Full Metal Alchemist, but if you're interested in hearing my thoughts on the volumes that we read during the month, you can check out my Thesis 19 Diaries, which will be up on Wednesday, September 27th. So, let's talk about our 2 first-in-a-series reads. So, let's start with Twisted Wonderland. So, this is a story about our main character, whose name is Yu. He is restarting the Kendo Club at his high school. So his high school hasn't had a Kendo Club for a while, and he's kind of done all of the legwork to try to get members and get them training and restarting the club from scratch. And they have their first big tournament coming up where they're finally going to be able to compete together as a team. And so it's the night before a competition, and everybody's really hyped about it. And Yu goes up to the bus stop where he's planning on taking the bus home, and then he gets abducted by a horse-drawn carriage. When he comes to, he finds out that he's been transported to this magical school, and there's this big commotion because he has no magical ability, but everybody else here does have magic, so nobody knows why he was picked up to be transported to the school, because apparently the carriages only pick up people who are intended for the school. And so there's this big commotion, and Yu just wants to get back to where he's from so that he can compete in this kendo competition with the rest of his members, but he can't find his way back. And nobody else at the school seems to know where Japan is. So he's kind of stuck there, trying to figure out how to get back to his home. And this school is, like I said, it's a magical school, but the houses are set up in a way where each house is kind of represented by one of the Disney villains. And so the people that are in the houses kind of align with those Disney villain preferred traits. You can kind of tell from the cover here that the first kind of head of the house that we kind of focus on is the head of the Queen of Hearts house. So you can definitely tell you've got those red hearts, and then in the back here you've got those classic Alice in Wonderland painting the roses red, and the directional and the little potions and things that Alice took. So yes, I was really excited for this, and so were a lot of my manga club members, actually, because a lot of them play the mobile game. I have not played the mobile game, and it's just because I don't really play mobile games. I much would prefer to play a game that's like this on a console. But I was really interested in the story, so when I found out that they were bringing this to manga, I absolutely had to read it. And I'm really glad that the rest of my members were excited to read it as well. And so it was giving me the ability to be able to find out the story that was within the game without actually having to play the mobile game. And I really, really enjoyed this. Obviously, the art style is gorgeous. You've got original concept by Yana Toboso, who does Black Butler. And in the back of the volume, you actually get a few character model sheets. And there's a couple of different ones by Yana Toboso, as well as the illustrator Sumire Kono. And so that was really interesting as well. And I just really, really enjoyed this. I'm looking forward to seeing how Yu gets back to his normal living place, if he is ever able to do so. Why the carriage picked him up, considering he has no magical ability, and it was confirmed within the story that he has none. And, you know, finding out more about the school and all of the different houses and how all of the characters that we're going to meet exemplify the villains that their houses represent. And so, yes, I really, really enjoyed this one. I'll definitely be continuing it, and I know a lot of my Manga Club members are looking forward to continuing with this one as well. So this was really, really good, and I quite enjoyed that one. Now let's talk about The Summer Hikaru Died. So this has been getting a lot of buzz. When I first heard about this one, the only thing that I really knew was that Hikaru went up a mountain one day, and when he came back, he wasn't the same. And I think that is pretty much all you need to know in order to get into this one. Because if I tell you any more than that, I think it would spoil the reading experience for you. This one does definitely confirm that fact to you, that he went up a mountain one day and when he came back, he wasn't the same, within the first like 5 pages of the volume. So it's not like it's a big mystery as to what happened as far as that goes. I mean, Hikaru is definitely different now. But there is a mystery as to what Hikaru actually is and what exactly happened when Hikaru went up that mountain. That you kind of are still trying to explore during this story. What I liked about this is that even though you know those basic facts about this story, it still keeps your interest with how things are presented to you. There are also a lot of sound effects that are like within the panels. So it definitely gives you like an ambiance, I would say, as far as, you know, the story goes. There's also some like urban legends that are being shared within people that are other character, what's his name, Yoshiki, encounters during this volume, which I'm finding interesting. And just, I want to see how all of this ties together. There are definitely some BL undertones going on in here as well. And I just really enjoyed this volume. It was interesting. I wouldn't say it was spooky at all, at least not for me. It was interesting. There was a little bit of darkness to it as far as what's going on. You've got some, like I said, urban legends, some possible supernatural stuff going on, but you don't exactly know, like, what is happening as far as those things, like the supernatural, the urban legend stuff. You just know it's kind of there, but you don't know why, and you also know that there are other people that have had experiences with those amongst the people that you meet when you read this volume. So I'm really enjoying this one. It wasn't as spooky as I had thought. I had definitely thought this would be more on the spookier side, just with what Hikaru is right now, but it's not. And I'm enjoying watching how Hikaru and Yoshiki's friendship kind of continues with this knowledge that Hikaru is not the same anymore. And so I think that's all I want to say on this one, because like I said, I think if I say any more, it's going to be spoilery, and it'll take away that part of it for you as a reader reading this for the first time. But I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to finding out more about what's going on in this world, more about what happened to Hikaru, and just following this friendship that is between Hikaru and Yoshiki, and how they both deal with this fact that Hikaru is not the same anymore. So very intriguing, looking forward to more. Kind of hoping it'll get a little bit darker, but I did enjoy this volume. So we'll definitely be continuing with that one. So that's my thoughts on those two volumes. If you're interested in reading those volumes and discussing them with us, you can do that in the Discord that's linked down in the description box below. I do have threads for most of the previous Monochrome Manga Club selections, so if at any time you'd like to read those selections and chat along with us, you're free to do that as well. And you can also join us with our October reads, which I will let you know what those are right now. So in October, I thought we might like to read a little bit more, Halloween-themed titles. So I went for Box of Light. This has story and art by Seiko Erisawa. This one's published by 7 Seas, rated teen. It says a quiet convenience store at the crossroads between life and death. Its faint glow in the darkness draws in transient souls, pulling them closer to the final purchase they'll ever make. Prepare for shadowy creatures, strange employees, and an air of dread in this delightfully creepy supernatural tale. So I thought that would be fun to read in October. So we'll be reading that for our first volume 1. And then our second volume 1 will be Dark Gathering by Kenichi Kondo. This one's published by Viz, rated older teen. So it says, after a dangerous encounter with a malevolent spirit, Hikaru Gentoga wants nothing to do with the supernatural. Unfortunately for this reluctant ghost magnet, he's stuck helping Yayoi Hozuki, a strange girl who's intent on capturing Japan's most terrifying ghosts and ghouls. Keitaro is ready to stop living as a shut-in. He's starting university, he's reconnecting with a childhood friend. He's taking a tutoring job, and he's not messing around with ghosts anymore. At least that's what he thinks. Until he finds out the elementary schooler he's tutoring is an occult-obsessed genius who's hunting down deadly spirits and won't stop until she's found the one that took her mom. So I thought that might be interesting as well. The art style on that is definitely interesting also. Both of these art styles are interesting. So I'm looking forward to both of those. And I thought they would give the appropriate vibes for October. So those will be our volume 1s. We'll be continuing with Fullmetal Alchemist with volumes 13, 14, and 15. This is the 3-in-1 edition, but you can read 13, 14, and 15 however you are able to. And then we will be continuing Persona 4 with volumes 7 and 8. So I'm really looking forward to this one as well. So that is everything that I have for you today. Like I said, you can join us in any of the reads we've had or any of the reads going forward down in our Discord, which is linked down in the description box below. And let me know if you have read The Summer Hikaru Died or Twisted Wonderland Volume 1. I'd love to know what you thought of both of those volumes and if you'll be continuing with either of those series. But please no spoilers, and if nothing else and you'd just like to let me know that you were here, if you could leave me a blue heart emoji down in the comments below, that would be greatly appreciated and would really help me out. And that will do it for me today. So I hope you're all doing great. I hope you're all safe and healthy. And until next time, take care and smile always. Bye!